So this is the main documentation of our product PHP Travels. In this documentation, we get two different information. One is how to use the system, how it has been designed, like features, how to enable modules, services, and what exactly the system does. And the other thing is we have all the information for developers, like the technical people, like you guys. If you want to create a new route, if you want to integrate any new payment gateway to the system, we have all information over here. So first of all, let me just let you know about what PHP Travels exactly does. Many of you already know what exactly we do at PHP Travels. So this is a platform which helps travel agencies to automate their business and digitize every operation to come online and sell travel services like flights, tours, hotels, cars, and visa. These are the five main modules which PHP Travels used to sell on their agency's website. So our clients are travel agencies, corely, or travel agents, or the people who are working in the travel industry. This is the main website, as you all know, of our company. You can explore the page and understand what exactly information we have on the website. Any customer who comes first on our website, he normally goes to the demo page, and then we have this demo form. They fill this demo information like their name, their company name, their country, and once they submit this form, they automatically receive an email. Let me try to do that for you. Now I have submitted the form of demo, and you can see I will receive an email. This is like a normal travel agency. When they submit the form, they will get this email, and this email has all the information about the software. Once they click on the main website, like the admin panel, the front end, they can see our software, how it works in real world. Like I'm logged in as an admin, and again, many of you already know this. This is only just for the new people who have recently joined the company. This is the backend of the software, the admin panel. We have all the options over here on the left side, like the bookings, the settings, payment gateways, languages, everything is available over here. So the travel agencies who buy our product, they can easily and normally test the software online, see how it works. And after that, once they are satisfied with the product, then they come on the pricing page. Before that, we have the pricing page available publicly and everyone can see the pricing. But now we have changed the strategy or policy of our pricing. So any customer who want to buy our product, they must click on the get quotation. Like we right now we have three different packages. We have a startup package, we have agency package, and then we have the enterprise package. So they click on the get quotation button and they communicate with us over the WhatsApp, or maybe sometime they can send us email with their questions, and we will give them the pricing of their requirements. And once they paid the amount of the purchasing of the software, we deliver the product to them. And once they once they purchase the product, they log into their specific account, which is app.phptravels.com. They log in over here. We create them an account. They log into their account, and then from the orders they can see whatever the purchases they have made, and they can download that software to the system and then install on the server. Also, they can submit a support ticket if they encounter any issues with our company, with our support service, with our product, and we will help them by these support tickets. Me and Faisal normally are available for the support, and this is how support ticket works. Our clients, travel agencies, submit these tickets, and we check out the problem, and we normally get back to them with the solution or resolution. So this is the core of our company, like what exactly we are doing and how we are doing. Now I'm coming back to the main purpose of this meeting, which is explanation of product technically and generally, how exactly this software works. So I already have installed the platform PHP Travels locally on my server, on my computer. This is the software installed locally on our system. This is the complete system installed. Now let me just start from the basic information, like how this platform is helping travel agencies. So in middle of this page, you can see our platform, and here you can see B2C, B2B, corporate clients, mobile apps, and then we have the suppliers, the modules. So this is the blue one. This is our product, and what it exactly does, it connects with the suppliers for like, for example, for hotels, flights, tours, and different inventories. Even travel agencies can add hotels manually to the system as well. They can load the entire system with their own inventory. They can add flights, they can add tours manually to the system and then sell to the clients. And the most preferable business model is they use APIs. So they just, after they purchase the platform, they install on their website, and then they log into the website. For example, this is their website. Now they have purchased the system. The system has been installed on the web server, and now this is the first beginning for the travel agency. So what will they do? They will come to the login page, and then they log in as an admin. Once they log in as an admin, they get this sidebar which has all the main features for the admin. From settings, they come onto main settings, and on the settings page we have the general information, like they add their business name, the website link, the website status, like the website is online or offline, then some SEO configuration, then branding, they add their business logo, they add their all the themes, account details, if they have agents or sub agents working with them, like other agencies are working with them, they can enable this feature. Then they can add their business contact details, which they can see on the footer of the website, like the phone number, email, business address. Then the notification, they can enable email, WhatsApp, and SMS. All the notifications should be received on the bookings, on sign up. We have also webhooks in the system as well. I'm going to explain you as well. Then they update the social details, which is available over here in the footer. Then on the apps, if they have mobile applications, they can add their links. Then they can track the website, like how many traffic they are getting, and so on and so forth. And on the booking, they can also set a limit, a time of the bookings, like if the booking is met on the website, so how much time the booking going to be expired if it has been not paid. So this is the basic settings page. Once they are done with the settings, they are going to move to the modules. For modules, as I have told you before, we have 5 different business services, like flights, hotels, tours, cars, and visa. So these are the sections of the services. They click on any section of the service and then enable any of the pre-integrated suppliers, which I have told you over here. So all these suppliers in the system are available over here. So for example, I'm working with the Duffel, which is a flights API company. Let me open, because few of you already know this, but most of you don't know this. So this is a Duffel, for example. This is a supplier which provides flights. So it has been connected with our platform. Then we have some other suppliers like Amadeus, PK Fair. All these suppliers are connected for flights only. And we, every month or every week, we will keep working to add new APIs, new suppliers, new travel services to the product. So our product gets more mature, more improved, and better version from before. So they can just simply come to the settings and they just add their API keys. For example, if I am a travel agency, I will log into Duffel, because every travel agency needs inventory to sell. So as a travel agency, I log into my account on Duffel, on Amadeus, on all these supplier accounts page. And then from the API sections, from some has a developer section, some supplier has API section. I just copy my API key and add in to PHP travel system. And once I add the API key, then I have option to test as well if the connection is working or not. So when I click the test, you can see it's working fine. This API key is good. If I just remove 2 parameters or info of the API keys from the input, you will see it's not working now. So we have also a feature to test the API keys as well. I will go through the technical side as well, step by step. But for now, I want you to understand generally how the platform works exactly. So first they complete the settings, and after that they complete their modules, like enable, disable all the modules they want to sell on their website. Also, if I am a travel agency and I am just working in hotels, not working in the flights or any other services, I can simply just disable all the other services. Let me just tell you how it does. So on the modules page, if I just disable the flights, all the flights module, now you are not going to see the flight search on the main website. You see now it has tours, visa and stays. There is no flights. Let me just enable it back. Because some travel agencies do not work with all the travel services, they are just working with the flights, or maybe there are some tour companies, they just sell tours. So we can allow the agencies to enable or disable any module they want. After that, they set up their payment gateway. In most cases, they are using these famous payment gateways like Stripe, PayPal. But some companies, some travel agencies has their own payment gateway. Like in Turkey, if we sell our product in Egypt, in Turkey, or in any, or for example, Dubai, they have their own payment gateways, and some payment gateways are not working over there. These like PayPal is not working in some countries, like in Pakistan, our country. So we can also connect any new payment gateway. And again, I am going to in next sessions, in coming days, I will also explain to you how you can add a new payment gateway to the system. Then we have user roles. The system is very smart. Like we can create any user role. For example, we have this agent module. The agency can create agent account and then allow this agent a multiple features, like what this agent can do. They can create different levels of users. So every user will have a boundary to work within it. And then we have a multiple languages. The agency can enable, disable language, or make any language default as well. So in my case, I'm just going to keep English as a default. Then we have multi-currencies. As you can see over here, we have a different multi-currencies. The agency can enable and disable or add new currencies, new languages to the system. Then we have a countries option. Some companies are working very limited for certain countries. They do not work globally. So we have this option. They can just disable all the other countries. Then we have locations option. We can edit. I will let you know what does this location do in the business. Then we have the updates option. For example, as a developers, when we found any problem with the software, so we can simply just update the code and ship that to GitHub. And GitHub is connected with this PHPTRAVELS software, so it automatically updates the software. We don't need to log into server of the client and then update the files manually. The system has a very smart features. And by the way, this is the 10th edition of PHPTRAVEL, which is going to be hopefully released in January 2016. I was hoping to release it on first day of the new year, but due to some reasons we were not, and because we have so many things to develop. So platform is still under development. And again, as you guys know, this is an internal meeting. So the main core reason for this meeting is to explain you where exactly we are standing right now and what things we are going to implement in coming future. Okay, so this is the main settings part done. After that, they can just, once everything is done, the agency can literally start marketing for their website, and they keep receiving the bookings so that they can see the status of bookings from here. They can see how the payment has went, if the client has made payment or not, or 1 second, let me just make a search to show you how it working. So let me, for example, I'm searching from flights. Let's assume we are the customer of travel agency. I'm traveling from Lahore to Dubai. And again, this is just the general overview. I'm going to give a little bit technical information today, and then we will start from tomorrow properly all the technical. For now, we just need to understand how the system is working. So this is the flights I can see. This is coming directly from the Dufal API. I click anyone for the booking. This is the booking page. I just add my first name, last name, my nationality, and my passport number just to make a booking. I select a payment gateway, let's say a PayPal, and then I agree for the booking. And now the booking is done, reserved in the system. System has captured all the information into the database table. The booking is not done yet because the payment is pending. So I have selected PayPal for the reservation. Now I click on the make payment, and this is the test page for the payment. I'm not sure the flights payment page has been done yet because there are so many things ongoing for the development. But hopefully, the stays hotels is done. Flights, I'm not sure yet. There are something remaining, but let's just make a test payment. So this is the PayPal test payment. So the payment is done now. The system will redirect us to the booking page. Okay, so the payment is not. The payment is done from the PayPal, but in our system there is some part remaining. We need to complete that. So this is the invoice page. We can also download the PDF as a voucher. Like when I'm traveling, I must have to show this voucher to airport once I make the booking on website, and I have paid and done all the things. It did not download it. Why? Okay, invoice already exists. Open. Okay, there is some issues with it. No problem. We will check that later. Okay, so this is why we guys need you to develop these things. Okay, so customers can, admin can see the booking from this page. Now, this is the booking I have made. And you can see there is an option called commission. Commission is the markup or like the profit for the travel agency. Every travel agency can set up a different commission on every module so that they can get paid from it. So on the modules page, I missed one thing. For example, on Dufal, you can see there is a percentage for B2C and B2B. B2B is agents, like we set up commission, how much commission we charge from agents, or agents are the travel agencies who used to buy from us. And again, B2C is a customers who also buy from us, but B2C is a normal customers. Agents are travel agencies. So on settings page, we can set up different markup. We can set up a tax as well, and we can also set up a different markup for B2B and for B2C. So I set up 10% markup because on the documentation, if you see, like if there is an hotel, flights, or anything, any travel services, and the price API is returning $100, and we set up 15% as a commission, so we are making $15 from this booking. So the customer should pay is $115, and we will keep the markup, which is $15. And this is what our markup is on the bookings. If I want to see exactly how much I am making for each booking as a travel agency, this is the commission I can see. Okay, and I can see the customer who had made this booking. I can see the status if it has been paid or not. And then I can see the booking status if it has been success or not. Because once the customer make the payment, the system is very smart. System automatically issue the booking. The system will call the API, the supplier, and ask him to issue the booking so that we tell the customer the booking is done for you. So right now in the flights we are working, it's not done, but with the hotels it's already done. Okay, so this is the booking page, and then here we can see all the customers, like the users in our website, like admin, supplier, employees. This is all user types. And this is the manual inventory, as you can see on the main documentation, local inventory. So we can add our own local inventory without using the APIs. As a travel agency, I can add hotels, I can add flights, I can add tours to the system, and I can get bookings for that. And once the booking or payment is done, I can call or connect the extranet, a different software, with our system to confirm the booking. I will also explain to you in detail, step by step, when we complete the technicalities. But for now, you just need to understand how the system is working. We can also add airlines to the system. We can also add airports to the system. For some of you, you might feel the system is very complicated, but I'm just explaining this to you because I am in this from last 14 years. So for me, it's a very simple, but most of you maybe think or get some complex. The system is very complicated. Maybe you think you cannot work in it properly, but that's fine. That's a normal behavior. You're supposed to feel like that because the system is very much enterprise grade software. It's not something easy. It's not something, because there's multiple APIs, there's payment gateways, there's multiple themes, there's multiple user roles, there's languages, currencies, modules, and so on and so forth. So this is not something just like 3 or 4 pages website or just add to cart and make a shopping. It's a booking engine, and it's supposed to be a very complex. So you have to make your notes, you have to understand, you have to, this is why I have made this entire product online. So you need to understand how the entire system works. You need to understand the back end, the front end, because what most of the developers, the most mistake of the developers do is they do not learn the project. They just understand the requirements of technically to implement or just to code. If you understand the entire ecosystem of any software, then it becomes very easy for you to implement anything. And again, once again, I'm right now just explaining you how the software works, how the things are there. We will go through the technical things as well. So let's just get back to the documentation. So this is the website. Please, whenever you guys have a time, just test the entire software from backend and then keep asking me any question if you have. So this is just the overview of the software. We have a markup, as I have told you, the commission, then the payment gateways, then webhooks. Webhooks mean to be, for example, on every action happens or any event happens on the platform, we have a webhook which can be used. For example, if as a travel agency, if they want to connect another CRM, another system to the platform, and they want, once the booking is done, once the payment is done, only that time their website, or like our software, sends some information to another CRM or accounting system. For that, we will be using a webhook. This is normally webhooks are meant to be. Okay, let's now go try to understand the technology. So we have built with the PHP definitely, and the platform minimum version of PHP supports is 8.1. And then we have ORM called Midu, which is one of my favorite ORM. Like, it's very easy and simple to communicate with the database. Then we have a router. I have built that router from different libraries. By router, I mean the URLs, how we generate the URLs, how we communicate with the different segments of the URLs of the website with the platform. And then we have a PHP mailer system. Then we have a composer for different libraries. For front end, we are using Alpine.js. Then we have a Tailwind.js, Alpine.js, replicating a jQuery, the legacy version of JavaScript library. Alpine is much better, it's much easier, and it has so many things built in as a components as well. Then we have a Tailwind. Even this documentation was done with the Tailwind. Then we are it is in web application, so it's supposed to be done in the HTML, and interactivity we are normally using JavaScript. On the database, we are using simple, it's in MySQL 8 version and above. And the server, we are using Apache, or we can also configure the software with Nginx. If a few of you do not understand what exactly this does mean, please chat GPT any of these things so that you can understand more. Then we have a version history. Right now, this documentation version is 2.9. We will keep adding more things to the documentation and learning about this in near future. And then we have this installation guide. Like, once the platform has been purchased, any of our travel agency buy this software, then they download the software. from the client portal, which is app.phptravels.com, and then they upload this to their website, and after that they have to install the platform. This is the instruction how they can start installing. For example, let me just show you. If we just go to app, and if the platform is not installed, we just need to upload the files. After that, if we just hit install, so because the platform is already installed, it said install. Otherwise, we can see the wizard where we add the database settings and all the stuff to make the connection and start the installation. Once the settings is done, we have to delete the installation part, and these are the next steps. I have already shown you how to start working with like modules, and these are the server requirements. For example, whenever the PHP Travel software is being installed, these all services or extensions from the PHP must be there configured on the server. Otherwise, the software will not work properly. Minimum PHP is required 8 plus, and MariaDB is 10.6 plus supported. Web we are using, again, I told you previously, we are using Apache and Nginx. And this is the database setup. I don't think so you need it right now. This is the configuration file. Yeah, so let's just take 10 minutes and we will end the overview over here, and then we will continue tomorrow. I'm just going to show you that how the structure is done. Let me just remove this error file. Okay, so this is the main structure of entire platform. In app, we have cache, and then we have a languages in the JSON format. And then we have a libraries, like how the authentication is being done, like session management. Then we have CAPTCHA, a complete function done in OOP concept. Then we have constants, if we are using any constant in the platform. So basically, I have, because major of the structure, I have worked myself on it. So I tried to build my own MVC framework instead using Laravel or Coordinator, because previously in 2012, first time when we launched PHP Travels, after working of 2 years, in 2014, we built the entire platform in Coordinator, and that platform, that framework has deprecated right now. There is no more developers or community working in the Coordinator. Everyone has shifted to Laravel. So instead repeating the same mistake, what I did is I built my own a framework, which is MVC. So it's pretty much easy. There is no such complications like frameworks like Laravel and other Symfony. They are very complicated to understand. So these are the libraries I have been using. Like we are using just one file for the CRUD, as you can see in the admin section. All these CRUDs you see, they are generated with few lines of code, like 4 to 5 lines. You can generate the entire table of CRUD. So I have made this definitely with the vibe coding with the AI. I have built this entire just one library. Then we have CSRF tokens for the security. We keep changing these tokens on every information is being added to the system. And then we have functions. Any functions we want to create in the system, we have this file. You just need to create the functions. Then we have a language library, because we cannot build everything by ourselves. Definitely we have to use some libraries as well. So I have used it I18N, a language library. Then I have this mailer library, which is built purely by AI. We are using to send the emails. Then we have a payment gateway library. Then we have theme management library. Then we have validation of inputs library. And then we have webhooks library. We will come tomorrow and after that for all the technical things. And then we have a routes. This is the folders of the routes. The main file, when the platform hits on the HTTP on the browser, the main file which runs is the routes.php. This is the main file. Every file is connected to this. So whenever you are creating a new route or new router, you have to include that file in this. For example, admin, all routes are available there. So for example, these are all routes for the admin. So if we are creating a new page, first we have to create a route for that, and then that route should be included in the main route. And after that, we can write all the code in that route. Let me just open, for example, the airports route. So this is how the routes are working. I also forget to follow the documentation because routes are already mentioned in the documentation. 1 minute, please. User roles, webhooks. Yeah, route basics. So you can also try to read this documentation to understand how the routes are working. Definitely, we cannot conclude everything in the day one. We need to invest more time. So this is how you need to create the routes. We can create get routes. We can create post routes like this. Simply just write instead get. We just type post. So this is a very simple library for the routing. After the route, we have a themes. In themes, for example, as an admin, let me go to settings. In themes, as an admin, I can simply select the font types, the colors, sizes, font size, and button colors, all these things. And once I save that theme from this page, it is going to update this current default theme. And if I want to create a new theme, I just need to click over here. And whenever I create a new theme, it will be going to save directly to this file, which is a JSON file. So you can see all this information is being saved in the JSON file. Instead, we use database, which takes more time. So I created the file for the themes, and we can make any themes default. And we have some level of customization for travel agencies. Instead, they use the HTML or CSS to customize the platform. I have added this feature. They can just change the colors, font size to match their business theme or design with our platform. So these are the files of the themes. Then we have the views files. All the files you see over here, all files are loaded from this section. For example, for the admin files, when I click on the settings or bookings, so all the views you see over here are coming from views files. Even the sidebar, which you see for the admin, this one is coded in this file, sidebar.php. Again, you need some time to understand. Most of you already have access to version 10, the GitHub access. So you can start learning already. Mr. Rivaj is studying the source code, and I hope they are working on the APIs as well. And then we have webhooks. Like when customer make the search, we have all these events. We can write any conditions for the webhooks or in this file. And again, when we are going to work day by day on the technicalities, I will explain to you. So this is what the entire app folder has. Then we have assets folder. It has some custom CSS, only this, because most of the job is done with the Tailwind CSS. We are using completely 99% Tailwind classes. We are not using custom CSS. The only thing we have on just that. And I prefer to not use any further customizations. These are just to align some icons with our theme and style. Then we have these fonts loaded from us, instead using Google. And then we have some images, like the images we use with the platform, like assets, for example, background images or card images. So all these images are hosted in this folder. Then we have a JavaScript, like the animations we are using in the system. We are using this animation. Then we have app.js. This is for the toast, the alert message which comes. Then we have a date picker JS. For example, when we click over here, this is the date picker we are using, and it's completely built custom. Like we are not using any library. I personally try to minimize the usage of third-party dependencies or libraries. I try to use or build custom made source code instead of using any third-party APIs. And then we have this Prism code. We also have a very beautiful job done for the components. I myself tried to build a component for everything before we start working this way, and it helped a lot. For example, if we want to see input, we have made a component for everything. For example, if there is a customization, we need to add this input anywhere in the project. So we just need to copy this from here and paste in our code. That's it. We have everything like select boxes, we have buttons, we have everything to done, like layout, we have cards, you can see over here. So all the components, we are still working on it to make more components. So whenever if there is a new developer, he want to implement any new thing, so instead he writes the entire code from scratch. It's better to just use the components. It will improve the speed of the development as well. So for this copy area, we are using a library which is called Prism. This is the Prism code, which is helping just to copy the source code of the HTML. And then we have a Tailwind configurations, and then we have this Toast, again a little library written with AI just to help with the alerts in the software. And then we have a documentation, which we already have seen over here. All the documentation was written, I guess 1 hour before this meeting starts. I just used AI to create this complete documentation so I can explain more quickly, and I will keep improving this by the time. Okay, so then we have install folder, we already have seen that. And then we have modules folder, all the APIs which we have seen, all these APIs, their source code is available over here by the name of their service. For example, I have shown you in the starting of this meeting Duffel. So we have a Duffel in flights, you can see over here, and this is the index page of Duffel. We have like the search file of Duffel, the flights we made search to book, this is available from here. We need to clean this code as well because this is a code from the old version of PHPTRAVELS version 9. We are still working on it to improve it, and there is so many things we just need to to improve and improvise. And then we have upload section, like all the images. For example, if a travel agency upload any hotel or tour or any details, for example, let's say in stays are normally meant to be hotels. So in stays, if I edit any hotel and after that I go to gallery, in gallery I upload any image. So when I click on the save or update, it will be going all under the uploads under the hotel section. So this is how the entire uploads folder works. All the material content is being uploaded over here. After that, we have a very well-known folder vendor. We are because using Composer. So all these Composer libraries are available in the vendor. Then we have environment file to connect. Normally, this is practice. I was inspired from Laravel. They use environment file and others, React and other platform as well. So we are using .env file. We have the database connections. We have application name and all the information over here. Then we have a git ignore file. For example, when we are coding in the platform and we code something, so we need to ignore some files to be not updated from all the other repository contributors. So we can ignore those files. Many of you already know, and some of you don't know what does git ignore does. So it will ignore the files. They will never push in the GitHub. Okay, let me ignore this file also, so we don't get pushed. Okay. Then we htaccess file for the page routing. It works with the router. Then composer file, then config file. Config file has all the libraries included. Actually, config file is helping the application to include all the libraries. So you can see all the libraries are being included over here. Then we are starting the session of user if it has been not started. Then we have some other configurations. You can take your time and to understand the entire code of config file. And this is the doc file. Then this is the main application file. Whenever we come to the website of the software, the product file, the main file which executes is index.php, and this is how it has all the source code. This is the Midu RM, which is getting database information. Tomorrow we will understand about the database tables and all these things. So right now I think it's all done from my side. I'm just now stopping the recording and let's have a conversation like QA, question and answers. I hope you guys have some questions.